yesterday it was like 75 degrees, and I was kind of like happy that the Mets didn't play. And the reason I was happy the Mets didn't play is because I was locked in to every shot at the Masters.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I mean, there was no reason to change the channel.
Right. Yeah, and of course, and I was into it. But I was trying to tell you yesterday how stupid this was. They weren't playing. It actually got nicer than even we thought it was going to be.
I understand. But you know what? So opening day's on a Friday. People can get blasted today and feel good about it, and don't worry about it.
Hopefully not driving. Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't want anybody driving being blasted. But this way they don't have to worry about getting up for work tomorrow.
Yeah, that is very true. But yeah, I was locked in as well. Now you're going to have opening day today, and I don't know if Francisco Alvarez is going to be in the lineup. Another injury with one of the guys that they brought in. Quintana was a big signing for them. Gone. Verlander, big signing for them. Gone. Navarez is going to be their starting catcher. Gone for 2 months. So
Max Scherzer.
Well, he stinks, but he's not. He's at least still here.
But
unfortunately, he's healthy and pitching. These other guys are out and not playing. So I was someone that wanted to see Francisco Alvarez make the roster early on. He did not. They felt like they needed more seasoning with him down in AAA. And now he is going to come up. Now, it's not official, as it says here on CBS Sports Network, but everybody expects him to be up. He's got to
be here. Maybe that's why they delayed the game, because he needed some travel time.
Maybe, but then he better be in the lineup today then, right? He's got to be in the lineup.
That would give you some excitement.
Yeah, that would be something.
I mean, this team is limping into their home opener.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's awful.
Well, that's why the game was postponed. I mean, let's get real. They saw a 40% chance of rain the night before, and we're like, we want to make sure that this game gets played. So we really need a day off because we got our asses kicked in Milwaukee. And on top of that, our bullpen already after 7 games is in shambles. So let's just postpone this thing because we got a day that we can play on Friday. That's what happened.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is you got to remember that Baltimore and the Yankees were canceled, too.
Right.
So you're thinking East Coast. I'm looking at the baseball schedule from yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, are there any other East Coast teams that played? No. See, Philadelphia was postponed. Baltimore was postponed.
Yeah, but I think they actually got rain in those places where we did not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you don't. I think that's why, though. It's all tied together.
Sure.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So I heard the buzz or no buzz with Al and Jerry this morning with opening day, and the only buzz that I think that they have is Francisco Alvarez, if he's in the lineup. That's the only buzz right now with opening day because it's Tylor Megill. It's a team that just got swept in Milwaukee. It's a team that suffered a ton of injuries early on. It's not like you're going to get a healthy Justin Verlander on the mound, and the Mets just came home from a road trip where they only lost 1 game. I mean, that's not what's going on. As you said, they're limping in to this game. And the other thing, too, that it was just like when the Mets get going, there's certain organizations, when the ball starts rolling down the hill negatively. It just
feels like it just keeps going.
It keeps going. And then yesterday, this patch is unveiled on their jerseys, which is this. Now, I am someone that totally understands the advertising on jerseys. I want to make that clear. I understand that is revenue that's going to be used. It took a long time for baseball and some of these other pro sports in this country to jump on that bandwagon. They're going to do it. I don't have an issue with doing that. I have an issue with the fact that this patch is just humongous.
It's the New York Presbyterian patch.
Right, it's the New York Presbyterian. Yeah. I mean, they might as well be the New York Presbyterians. At
this point, our foundation has given them a lot of money, to create an adult cystic fibrosis, center over there. It's the Gunnar Esiason lung program. And I see that patch, and I'm like, why don't we have a patch? I mean, I feel like we should have a patch. We gave them money.
But,
if
they just took the text from New York Presbyterian and put it on the jersey, it would be fine. It would be, be like a normal ad. But there's so much of this white blank space on this patch.
And red lettering.
Yeah, well,
I think it's red lettering. I don't think it's orange. It's not orange.
I couldn't tell. Initially, I thought it was red, and then I looked closer.
Their colors are red. Yeah, Presbyterian is red.
It's just ridiculous. And then, all that wasted space on there. That's the issue that I had. If it was just a little thing with the text, I'd be like, okay, fine. But it's a giant-ass rectangle that's on the jersey with all that white space there. It looks terrible.
It's like, when the hockey teams went to the advertisements on the helmets.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, Benjamin Moore looks good on a Ranger helmet. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the colors match.
Maybe. Yeah, but this does not look good. So it was just yesterday was just one of those days for the Mets.
I think it's red.
Yeah, is it?
Because it doesn't make any sense. Could they just change it to orange
and get rid of the white wasted space of the patch too?
It's a very big patch.
It is. What is it? Obtrusive? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Obtrusive.
Obtrusive. Yeah, it's obtrusive.
Not obtrusive. Obtrusive.
Obtrusive.
But yeah, it's a big patch. It's going to take a while getting used to.
Oh, getting used. I don't think anybody's going to get used to that.
Look, we're big fans of New York Presbyterian. I'm not saying,
I'm not saying anything about them.
Right. It's just like HSS. We're big fans of them. I'm big fans of NYU Langone. But I mean, you got to try to match the uniform, don't you?
Right, of course. And also, you just put.
How much money are they really making off of that?
Has that been out there? I don't know. I'm sure it's a significant amount. I mean, to be on every player's jersey for the rest of the season. I mean, that's a massive. There's a lot of eyeballs there.
Again, I understand it. You understand it. But it only the Mets way would it be like this.
Right.
And I can tell you right now, what are the chances, knowing what we know, what are the chances?
Yeah.
Because I know that Presbyterian is a huge sponsor of the Yankees, too, or used to be at least.
Yeah.
Do you ever see anything on a Yankee jersey?
Yeah, I think so. There'll be something on there.
You don't think the Yankees are going to hold off?
No, I think hold off like till next year.
No, I don't know, man. I don't think to me, if I'm the Yankees and I'm worth $7.1 billion,
you're not doing it.
I'm not touching my damn jersey at all. You know why? Because my jersey is iconic. My jersey stands for championships. My jersey has a sense of pride attached to it. I'm not putting anything on my jersey.
Yeah, for sure. But remember they had put the Nike logo on there.
Well, that's a different story. They're made by Nike.
But
right?
Okay, but that was the first time that they're like, wait, you're going to put a logo on this thing? Jerseys were made by somebody for years and years and years, and the logo was never on the Yankee jersey. And now all of a sudden it was. So I do think there'll be something on the sleeve.
I mean, I don't know, man. That would be tough.
I know that Kikkoman soy sauce is a big sponsor there at Yankee.
Kikkoman?
So the Kikkoman
put the Kikkoman soy sauce on the side.
You know what they should really do is put the Casamigos logo on the side with the little agave plant. That would be perfect.
Again, with the beautiful turquoise and everything else, or teal, however.
That would be perfect.
I don't know, but it doesn't go with
that on a jersey.
It doesn't go with it.
Goes with everything. It's Casamigos.
Well, it goes with us. Yes, wherever we go, it goes.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But I'm just, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, this one, they have to change it. They absolutely have to. This reminded me, and I'm not saying take it off the jersey. I'm not saying change the sponsorship. That's a great partnership. Awesome. But make it an orange thing and cut down the patch, and boom, nobody's even talking about it. I'm telling you, if you just cut that thing down.
But isn't the idea to talk about it?
Yeah, but not, wow, that looks horrible. Remember the Islanders with that goal song for their 50th anniversary?
Oh, God, yes.
Everybody was talking about that, how horrible it was.
And what did they do?
They got rid of it.
Smart. They listened to the fan base and they listen to us.
And I'm not saying get rid of the just modify it. It's got to be modified.
Got to be modified. You can't push it. If it's red, I think it's red big. So
yeah, I know. I think so too, which makes it even worse. So you get Navarez out, game postponed. It's a 70-degree and sunny day, and all of a sudden you get this giant patch right on the jersey. All right, there you go. New York Mets. All
right, so you're watching the Masters yesterday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you have any idea that your boy Brooks Koepka was going to get involved in a rules controversy?
I did not. Well, first off, with Brooks, I guess I have to apologize to Brooks Koepka. I thought this guy was cooked. He was done. And he still got 3 rounds to go. I understand. But I was shocked that he was tied for the lead after yesterday. I know he played well in the last LIV tournament. I threw that out. I thought this guy was done. And he came out.
He's healthy.
Yeah, he's healthy, and he had a great round. So first off that, I was very, very surprised. I didn't think he was going to be a factor at all. And this is like, as much as I've gotten into golf and enjoy it and love this is the stuff that drives me nuts. This is when you get down to this meticulous of a rule situation.
But there are reasons why guys have caddies, and there are individual operators out there. They're not working together as a team unless, of course, it's a Ryder Cup.
But Brooks shouldn't be penalized for that. The caddy was the one who's
but it's his caddy. It's like I remember playing with Craig down at Due Process.
Yeah.
And, I told Craig that there's no way that you're going to break like 110 or something.
Sure.
Right. And, of course, he hits a ball into like a red staked area. and he and his caddy go in to look for the ball. And if you can find it, you can hit it in there, but you can't ground your club. You can't put your clubs on the ground inside the red stakes. Well, you're sure.
There's rules. There's rules.
Yeah, the
rules.
And then, of course, his caddy puts his bag down inside the red stake on the ground. That's a 2-stroke penalty. Like, you can't do that. And then, and then he starts screaming and yelling. And I'm like, well, this is golf, man. Either you understand how to play it and understand the rules, or don't sit here and tell me that you're going to break 110 if you're not going to play by the rules of golf.
Yeah, but so Koepka, do you think Brooks Koepka had any idea? So if you didn't see this yesterday, you don't know what we're talking about, really should explain this.
Because, all right, okay.
Because we're sitting here talking about like everybody saw it when probably most people did not. So Brooks Koepka hits a shot with his 5-iron. And Brooks Koepka's caddy, because it was a good shot, distance, everything. Brooks Koepka's caddy goes to the caddy of what was the other golfer was playing with. I don't remember his name. It's not somebody who was very common. And he mouths to him 5, meaning that he hit a 5-iron to tell him what club worked from that distance because their balls were in similar areas. So you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to tell the other caddy or the other golfer what you use to have success before you hit the shot. After you hit the shot, if you'd like to have a conversation about it, that's fine. But before the shot, it's gaining an advantage. So that's supposed to be a penalty. It was reviewed by the Masters, and they came back and said, no, there's not going to be a penalty assessed to Brooks Koepka on this, where there was clear video evidence. Now, to me, I think they knew what happened. They knew exactly what happened, but they decided to let it go because it's the caddy should be penalized in some way.
Well, the caddy's not going to be. So he's playing with Gary Woodland.
Woodland, yeah.
Right. And so Brooks Koepka's caddy mouths the word 5.
Yeah.
Which everybody in golf knows it's the 5-iron.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we hit. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be sharing that information. That's why they all carry those score sheets. Now, look. We're not idiots.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there are ways that these caddies talk back and forth to each other and the players talk back and forth to each other.
5 times.
or whatever. I'm sure it happens.
Yeah.
But when you have it on camera and it is the Masters, and then you go to the Golf Channel and you look at the guys like a Brendan Chamblee and guys of that nature and that ilk, basically say there should be a 2-stroke penalty because it's obvious what the caddy did.
Mm-hmm.
That's their world. That's what they do. That's all they do. They live and breathe golf, its rules, and the interpretation of the rules, and whether or not the rules were broken. So in a hardcore, really hardcore world, you can understand why there are people who would like to see a 2-stroke penalty be given to Brooks Koepka, not only because of what they believe is a violation of the rules, but let's face it, he's a live golfer.
Sure, right, that too. So, and it didn't happen. So he's at the top there with John Rahm and Victor Hovland and him in a 3-way tie at 7
under. So Tiger kind of stumbled a little bit.
Yeah.
He's 2 over. There were 18 invites to live golfers. 17 have made it. Kevin Na withdrew before the tournament. And, there are a couple guys that are playing reasonably well.
He was hitting the ball. I saw him yesterday playing, Kevin.
I think he withdrew, though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he withdrew, yes. So, but, there are, like I said, there are 17 other guys playing, and Brooks Koepka is at the top of that list. There are a couple guys that are minus numbers, and they moved up the start time to 7:30 today. Thanks so much for watching the video.
Please like and subscribe.
And don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified when we're dropping new content.